Tammy's got a channel on YouTube, she shines. The fake bake diaries, crafting in her own sweet time. She'll show you how to make fake ice cream that glows, giant gumdrops and cotton candy, whimsical treats she knows. Grab your scissors, get your glue. The crafting's just begun with a sprinkle of imagination.
Hi everyone, I'm Tammy and welcome to the Fake Bake Diaries. Today we're going to be making this super cute lollipop. So come and join me and let's get started.
Crafting with a twist, Fake Bake Diary.
To start the lollipop today, I have two of these dowels. I got them at Walmart. These dowels are 0.5 inches in diameter and 15.75 inches in length, or 40 centimeters by 1.27 centimeters. I'll be painting with white chalk paint. I'm using chalk paint because it covers better. This is the box I used to dry everything. I poked it into one of my bigger holes and I'll let it dry. To make the candy part of my lollipop, I have a 6-inch styrofoam ball. I also have this foam stripping that you can get in the hardware section of your store or off Amazon. They come in different widths. This one here is about an inch, and you don't need to have it very thick. It has removable tape on the back, so it will stick right to your styrofoam. Take your strip. The easiest thing to do is to follow along the center ridge where they join the two halves of the ball together, and just follow along.
The hall. Join us in the fake bake fun.
Now, in case you have to lift up and readjust, don't press it down right away. Save that until last. That will allow you to readjust if you need to.
Holiday cheer that really lasts. Gumdrops dance on gingerbread lanes, pretend pies and icing planes. Faking bakes has never been this sweet, a treat without the heat.
Before you press down, make sure that they're going to meet right here and that they're even. Now push it down.
Foam cupcakes and cotton cake.
You're better off cutting it just slightly longer than slightly shorter.
Dandy, crafting memories and laughs while we create
I could trim a little bit more off.
crafts. Simple joys you can't mistake in our fake bake diaries made.
Next, I'm going to paint the entire piece with white acrylic paint. The black center piece that goes around, I will put 2 or 3 coats on there to get that as white as possible before I paint it. And I'm painting the rest in white to fill in some of these little areas. To hold the ball more easily, I'm taking my skewer, poking it in, and now I can hold it easily.
Lights are twinkling, the snow's aglow. Candles flicker in the cold night flow. Holding hands under.
When this dries, I'll come back and put a second coat on. The lollipop and stick have dried. Next, I'm using this gloss varnish. It's really nice and shiny. I will be doing some further decorating on the stick. This will protect the white coat.
Colors bright like dreams so true.
I'll let this dry and put a second coat on in 15 minutes. Now, for my lollipop, this is a mixture of my own acrylic paint. Sometimes I'll mix together my own custom color if I want to keep some colors consistent across the board. This is one of the pinks that I use, and it's just a mix of different acrylic paints.
Treasures everywhere. Snowflakes dance.
I'll let that dry.
Our feet.
And now I get to decorate the stick, which is always a part that I enjoy. I'm taking some painter's tape. This one is blue. I do prefer using the 1-inch yellow frog tape because it is delicate. I can't find mine right now, so I'll be using regular blue painter's tape. The reason I like to use the yellow delicate is because it shouldn't pull the paint off your stick. To be on the safe side as well, I have sealed the paint on the stick so that the tape doesn't pull off the paint. I'm starting in, you can see this is a very steep angle, almost upright. and follow that angle down.
Every flavor a new delight, holding tight through the silent night.
As I go around, I'm not pressing the edges down yet, just in case I have to lift the tape up to adjust it.
Everything's right. Gumdrops and laughter fill the air. Love and joy we can't compare.
This looks good. Now press down the edges.
Go rare. Sharing treasures.
I'm going to cut this off the bottom because I'd like the bottom gold. If you want your bottom to be white, cover it with the painter's tape. I'm going to gold leaf this stick. To do that, I need metal leaf adhesive. I like this particular one that I purchased from Amazon because it has a fast tack time. So when you apply metal leaf, whatever color it is, you need to use a special adhesive. The adhesive times for different brands range from 20 minutes to an hour and a half. That means that you can be waiting an hour and a half before your adhesive gets tacky enough to apply your gold metal leaf. For a small project, I just want to wait 20 minutes. If you try to apply your gold leaf before it gets tacky, it won't stick. You have to wait that amount of time. This one here, it will become tacky between 20 and 30 minutes. As soon as it becomes tacky, you can apply your metal leaf. Take a soft brush and apply a thin coat. I go right up to and even just a little bit over the edges of the painter's tape. This is a little bottle, but it goes a very long way.
In the night when
I'll set this upright in my box. I'll check it in 20 minutes. If it's not tacky, I'll keep checking it about every 5 minutes. And as soon as it's tacky, I'll start to apply my metal leaf. The paint is all dry, and now let's make it shiny with a little bit of glitter on it. I'll be using my Clear gloss varnish. This does not take very long to dry. It takes about 15 minutes. I'll have to work quickly, but while this is wet, I'm going to spray on some glitter. I'll be using my glitter duster. This is really handy if your project is vertical
glitter sparkles and ribbons flow.
and you want to put glitter on something that's already standing up and vertical. It's also really good when you want a dusting of glitter without having to dump it on. I get mine on Amazon. They are really handy. Inside my glitter duster, I have an iridescent glitter from Hemway. I really like Hemway glitters. They're beautiful, and I purchased them from Amazon.
Magic in a fold, turning crafters' dreams to gold. Oh, sugar plum fair, hear the cheer. Craft supplies you bring so near. Glitter sparkles and ribbons flow. Crafty dreams begin to grow.
I'll leave this to dry for about 15 minutes. I keep my metal leaf in this bin. Now for today's question, how far along are you in decorating your home for Christmas? Write your answers in the comments below, and I'll be excited to read each and every one of them. And you can see there's all kinds of pretty colors that I like to use. But today, I'm using gold. They come in small sheets or larger sheets. When I touch the stick, it has a tacky feeling to it. Gold leaf is very easy to use. You lay it on top and rub it on.
The bed, crafty fairies word.
If you don't want to use gold leaf, you can always use a gold metallic paint as well. I try to use gold leaf when I can because there is no shine that will match it, and it always looks great.
Hear the cheer. Craft supplies you bring so near. Glitter sparkles and ribbons flow. Crafty dreams begin.
Now take a soft brush and brush off all the excess.
Gifts they can create.
Now you don't have to throw these out. These are great to use on something smaller. Depending on what you're using it for, it doesn't have to be in those flat sheets. And when you pile all this up, there's a lot of gold leaf still left. This is my container that I use when I have smaller projects. And I save that for another time. Now take a really soft cloth, this is a microfiber cloth, and gently rub the gold leaf. I'm not rubbing hard, just very gently. And you should start to see it shine right up. Take from the top. This is the part that will be inserted into the lollipop. And carefully pull at an angle.
In a land of sugar, elves dance around. Lollipops grow from the...
So I'm taking it on the edge and pulling from the edge here.
So glimmers, light shine bright. Chocolate rivers flow all night. Marshmallow snowmen on parade.
Go back and forth on your edges. Pull them up very slowly.
Won't ever fade. Lollipops in Christmas land, holding one in each hand. Sugar sparkle candy treat. Holidays never tasted so sweet.
This looks really nice and shiny. If you find out that you've missed any places with your adhesive, therefore you have no gold metal leaf there, gold metal leaf is very forgiving. So you'll just take your adhesive again, put a little bit of adhesive on top, wait that 20 to 30 minutes, come back, put a little piece on it, rub it, and it blends right in. That looks great. I love it. Over time, your gold metal leaf will likely tarnish. So there's also a special gold leaf sealer to put over top. Put a thin coat on. It's okay to go over the edges. This is already coated, so I don't want to put much on there. That's pretty thick.
In a winter wonderland where lollipops dance. Take a
This is looking so nice. I decided to put a second coat of glitter. So I put a very thin coat of the Dior Clear gloss varnish. I used my puffer. When that was dry, I put one more layer of this gloss varnish on.
licorice clothes.
This stick, I would really have to push that in. So to make it easier, I'm going to use my foam cutter. I'd like to go in about halfway. Brings me right to about the end of my stick. I don't want to make a big hole because I don't want it loose. And the trick is to try to center it. So I'll start small.
In Candyland where fairies play, sugar plums float on a sleigh. Gingerbread houses lit so bright, snowflakes dancing.
Once you put it in here, as straight as you can, take it out. I'll be putting glue all around this piece here with my Gorilla Original Glue.
Pops grow from the ground, magic swirls all around. Sugar plum fairies twirl and spin. Christmas starts where dreams begin.
Stick is in. That's looking cute. I found this little piece at a thrift shop. I thought this would be so much fun to use on a lollipop. You can put a bow here. I'm going to dress it up in a different way. I'll use my glue gun, low temperature.
Marshmallow clouds in the sky, chocolate rivers flowing by, ice cream hills and jelly roads, toffee trees with caramel coats. In the night with stars so bright, fairies guide our Christmas flight to a place where sweets abound and Candyland dreams are found. Licorice lanes and cotton snow, everywhere you look they glow. Cupcake towers reaching high, whispers of a lullaby.
I also have this cute tinsel.
Neighbors gather round, paints and ladders found. Lights are tangled tight, chaos in the night. Let's make our street bright, colors in the night. Oops, there goes a crash. Hey, don't splash the trash. Joe with the big grin falls into the...
As I was putting this tinsel on, I realized that I shouldn't be putting it on now. I should have put it on last. So I'll have to work with that. The last coat that I'm going to put on, the lollipop part, it's from the same company that makes the gloss varnish. It is called Triple Thick. Triple Thick will give you a much thicker appearance of a gloss over top, like a lollipop would. And it's supposed to be close to looking like a nice resin. If you want to use resin, that would be the ideal choice over top, but I'm going to put on my Triple Thick.
Snowman wearing shades, ducks in parades, kids with candy canes, winter fun remains.
You can already tell the thickness of the sheen on it and how that would look really good on a lollipop. And I'll leave this to dry overnight. Now you can leave your lollipop just like this, but I'm going to put some icing on the top of it. To do that, I'll be using DAP Fast and Final Lightweight Spackling. This particular spackle has a nice white color, is very much like an icing. When it goes on, I would like to puff it up just a little bit. I'll be adding some baby powder to it. It'll thicken it up a little bit more and keep it a little bit more puffy. You can use cornstarch. You can also use a powdered drywall compound. I hear a lot about putting flour in it. It will likely mold. I know mine molded on me, and I just stay away from flour. I really like the fluffiness and of course the smell of the Johnson's baby powder. There's no specific amount to use.
Snowmen wearing shades, ducks in parades, kids with candy canes, winter fun remains.
Take an icing bag or a Ziploc bag. It's easiest to put your icing in if you insert it into a cup. I have not cut the point yet.
Glittering gumdrops piled high, so sweet. Whimsical colors like a candy.
I'll cut a fairly large hole. That's quite big. Now I'll apply the icing.
As the snow falls softly on this magical night, gumdrop trees standing tall and proud, houses made of candy so cozy and round, fairies fly and dance with joy in their eyes, in this fantasy world where dreams can't hide. Let's taste the sweetness of the sugar delight. Gumdrops on our tongues like fireworks in the night. Together we'll sing a Merry Christmas cheer in this gumdrop wonderland where love is near.
That looks good. And now I have these matte colored little balls that I purchased from Temu, and I'll put some of these in. When you're decorating, whatever your largest embellishment is, put your biggest one on first. If I use glitter now, it would take up all of the sticky space that's on here, and I wouldn't be able to poke everything else in.
Snowflakes falling, candy canes twirl.
That's nice and simple, but it looks cute. This is extra fine glitter from Michaels, and it's called Snow. It's a nice white glitter. I'm going to make the icing sparkle.
Lollipops grow from the snowy ground. Tinsel glimmers, light shine bright.
It looks like it's covered in a really nice snowy glitter. I'll top it all off with this really cute pom-pom that I got at Hobby Lobby. Now I debated whether to put it straight on top, but I'll put it just off to the side. I have my toothpick. I've decided where my hole goes, and I had to poke it in. I'm using the clear original Gorilla Glue.
Lollipops in Christmas land.
This is a faux cherry from Amazon. Poke a little hole here.
Sugar sparkle candy treat. Holidays never tasted so sweet. Sleigh bells ringing oh so clear.
Very cute. I can leave the cherry green. I will paint it with Deco Art Extreme Sheen metallic paint.
Glowing flames in the fire.
Once this dries, I'll put a second coat of gold paint on it. Spackle can be deceiving because you think it's dry and it's not. So for this thickness, I'll leave this for a week to dry before I apply my gloss varnish to the white parts. That's looking so cute. I decided to define the edges of the icing. So underneath here, I painted the edges with extreme gold, and while it was still wet, I sprinkled it with the white snow. It made it look so cute. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you soon.